Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, and in today's video I'm going to show you my top 4 healthy go-to meal prep breakfasts. So they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So I'm here to help make sure that you guys aren't skipping breakfast or grabbing that protein bar and running out the door, because these recipes are super easy, healthy, high in protein, and you can make them in bulk or just make one if you want. So everything that you need will be in the description, and any extra questions, just feel free to leave a comment. So let's get on to our first recipe, which is going to be a yogurt bowl. So a yogurt bowl is super easy to make, and you can even put them in containers, but for today I'm just gonna use this bowl. Okay, so all you need for this recipe is Greek yogurt. I use Oats Pro Vanilla. Then you need peanut butter, hemp hearts, a banana, and blueberries. And pretty much you just top this the way you like. Super easy to meal prep. I know I'm using a bowl right now, but this is just the way I'm cooking it now because I'm gonna actually eat this after the video. Then after you top out your blueberries, add your hemp hearts on top. And I like to just sprinkle a little bit. You don't wanna overdo it with the hemp hearts. They do have like a nutty flavor. Okay, and then I'm going to put some banana on it. I don't really like it in slices, so I'm gonna kind of just put it on top. And then I'm going to drizzle some of my favorite peanut butter on it. And just like that, we got our high protein Greek yogurt bowl. Super easy. And it tastes amazing. You can't get better than this. So this next recipe of mine is a hit. Every single person who tries it tells me it's like the best overnight oats recipe ever. Fiance's obsessed with it, my friends at work, obsessed. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. Pretty easy, you get a container. Step number 1, I take my oats. I like to use old-fashioned oats. For me, these just taste the best. They're not as nutty, I guess you can say. So I just pour it, kind of don't really measure, just aim, put probably like half a cup. So once you feel like you have enough, you're good to go. And then you're gonna grab, I take my protein powder. I have this IsoFit vanilla bean. This one is 5 pounds. I get it at a nutrition store here in New Jersey, but I'm pretty sure you could order it from Amazon. It's really good. I think it's the best tasting protein powder I've had. It doesn't taste fake and it doesn't taste chalky, and it makes this oatmeal taste so good. So I kind of just grab this scooper and I put about half a cup of the scooper that's in there. So I just dump that in. Then I grab my cocoa powder. I take a little bit, not too much. Don't want to overwhelm it. Cocoa powder can sometimes taste a little tart. So I take my teaspoon, take a little bit of that, and I dump it in there. And then after that, we can put that to the side. This is kind of like a chocolate chip flavor. It almost tastes like brownie batter with chocolate chips to me once it's done. So after that, I like to add a little bit of chocolate chips. I use semi-sweet. I don't like when they're too sweet. So this is like my measurement. I put a handful in, and then I top it more with some later. Then I grab my chia seeds. I will sprinkle that on top. I have a scooper that I use, and I put a little bit in. So the chia seeds actually make the oatmeal thick, so you really need chia seeds. You can't really skip out on them because then the oatmeal really won't like get all thick and creamy like it's supposed to. Then you also grab some hemp hearts. This is optional. I like the nutty taste of it. It also adds a lot of protein and some healthy fats in there that you need, so I also like to use that. Then I top it off with some almond milk. I just use the original flavor. You can use the vanilla. I've used it before. Pour it in until it kind of goes to the line of this container. Whatever looks right. You know, if you wanted a little more watery, you know, hit or miss. And then my secret ingredient for my overnight oats is putting Greek yogurt in. I use Faye, I think it's called, 0% Greek yogurt. When you mix it in, it makes this oatmeal taste absolutely amazing. It does not taste sour at all, this brand. And it's kind of the key ingredient to like making this a little more high protein than it could be. So I'm gonna take my little spoon, about a spoonful. Like I said, I don't really measure this. And then I just mix it all together. And just like that, we have our oatmeal mix. So it is gonna be very watery. It doesn't look too pretty now. Depending on how much chocolate you want in it, you could add a little bit more cocoa powder or a little more chocolate chips. So I'm gonna add a little more chocolate chips to the top. And if you want, I don't usually like to, but you can prefer to put any cinnamon or sea salt on top to give it a little extra flair. So this is my oatmeal recipe. I'm going to put it into the fridge and let it prep overnight, and then you'll have it for the morning. I usually make about 4 to 5 of these a week, and I eat them every morning for breakfast, and it's just so easy, so just easy to grab, eat quick, even kind of eat when you're in the car. It's a great little meal, so highly suggest you make these overnight oats. For my next recipe, it is my famous egg sandwich. So to start with this, I get a bowl. I do 6 sandwiches. I make 5 for the week and then 1 for my fiance because he'll eat it. And there's actually 6 English muffins in the pack of English muffins that I brought. So we're gonna crack 6 eggs into this bowl. So fun fact, you're actually supposed to crack the eggs on the counter, not on the side of the bowl. I learned this when I was 10. My uncle taught me that, and apparently it's just the way that you're supposed to crack it. I don't know what the reasoning is. He explained it to me. I can't remember. So after you crack all of these eggs in here, I'm only on number 3. But after you do that, we're going to mix in a secret ingredient that will make this egg sandwich taste even better. Add protein into it as well. And it just gives it like a creamy taste. And it's actually the hack that they do at Starbucks for their egg bites that I researched a long time ago when I tried to make copycat egg bites back in the day. So I'm just gonna get rid of all these eggs. So the secret ingredient to making these egg sandwiches taste so good, and it's been all over TikTok, is cottage cheese. Sounds gross, but adding this cottage cheese to these eggs will elevate it so much. It tastes cheesy good, and if you think of those Starbucks egg bites, it just tastes exactly the same. So I take the cottage cheese and I just kind of give it like a little good serving, maybe about 2 or 3 spoonfuls. Don't overdo it because then you don't want it to be super watery, but other than that, then you just kind of mix it in. Make sure you get it all combined, and then after that, you'll add some toppings and go from there. So after you mix all of the eggs in here, then you're gonna take kind of just a handful of spinach, crumble it up, and throw it in there. I don't like the stems, so I take the stems off, and I just toss them in there. Just like that. Oop, I just dropped one on the floor. Then I take my chives, which are really good, and I take a scissor and just kind of cut them off, sprinkle them in there. It gives it an overall kind of like earthier taste. It's optional. I like the taste of it, but everyone's different. So the fun hack to make these egg sandwiches perfectly sized is to use a cupcake pan. So we're going to preheat the oven at 350, and I'm going to spray the cupcake pan, put them all in there equally to make 6, and you don't need liners, just throw it right in there with a lot of oil, throw it in the oven, and then they should be ready. Now just filling up each tin. Doesn't have to be perfect, but make it as equal as possible. As you can see, I put a lot of oil in here just so it does not stick, because that's the biggest culprit, is it sticking. But just fill it up and then toss it into the oven on 350 for about 15 minutes, or until they look, just about ready for your liking. Some people like them a little more crispy than others, so kind of just go to what your liking is. While those are cooking, you're going to grab your tin foil, line a pan, and we are going to then now cook the turkey bacon. I throw it into the oven with the eggs. It makes it super easy. You don't even have to really do anything after that until the eggs are ready. So I'm just gonna grab my turkey bacon and plop it onto the tray. So now that my turkey bacon is all laid out, I'm gonna throw it in the oven. So So when those are cooking, I set a timer for 15 minutes. And I kind of let the turkey bacon, I either pull it out, check on it if I think it's burning too much, but I like it super crispy, so 15 minutes is usually good enough for that. Now, while the eggs and the turkey bacon are cooking, we're going to open up the Ezikeal English muffins. These things are so good, so healthy, and they have so many nutrients that regular bread doesn't have. And on top of that, I believe they're gluten-free, so all my gluten-free girls, these are the best English muffins to get. So I just open them, I'll toast them, and just wait for my stuff in the oven to be done. So I will get back to you guys when the eggs and the bacon are ready. Okay, so this is pretty much as simple as it looks. You literally just take one of these English muffins, and they are pre-cut, but they're hard to like open. Once you get them open, you take your English muffin, put it down on some tin foil. I take a slice of reduced fat Provolone cheese, put it on top, take the turkey bacon. I bake them in halves, so I do 1.5 because it comes with 9 and I make 6 sandwiches. So I did the math and I believe that's correct, but I just put that on top. And now with the egg bites, I just take a spoon and I kind of scoop it out of the cupcake holder. And since I put a ton of oil, they shouldn't have stuck at all, but if they did, then you kind of just have to scrape it out. So from there, I pick it up, put it on my sandwich, I close the top, and I press kind of the egg bite thing that I made down so it kind of encompasses the sandwich. And there, you got it. You got my egg, turkey, bacon, and cheese English muffin. This thing tastes so good. I drizzle some ketchup on at the end when I eat it, and I heat it up in the microwave for about 30 seconds, or if you're at home, you could even throw it in the air fryer to make it extra crispy. So this is my favorite go-to recipe. I put it in tin foil, wrap it up, and it's good to go for the week. This last recipe are my famous banana oatmeal pancakes. I start with a half of a banana. This one's big, you could use a small one, but a really ripened banana. So just toss that into the blender. Then I grab a little bit of almond milk, not too much, just kind of a splash. Don't want to overdo it because the banana, since it's really ripened, kind of has a little bit of, I guess, juice to it, as you say. I don't really know if a banana has juice, but we'll call it that. Then the same protein powder that I mentioned earlier in the video, we're going to take that and we're going to also give it a nice little scoop and put that back. And then I like to grab oats. So these pancakes have oats in them. It gives you a great source of complex carbs that will keep you full for a long time. Plus the protein in there is gonna make it extra good to keep you full. So I just give about a handful, not too much, not too little. Like I said, you don't really have to measure a lot of these. That's what makes them so easy. Then you're going to want to grab some cinnamon, give it a little douse, and some baking powder. I'm going to need a half of a teaspoon of baking powder and just toss it in there. And then the final thing, which I need to grab out of the fridge, is that we need 1 egg, and that 1 egg will kind of bind everything together and make it yummy for a pancake. If you want to elevate it and kind of remove the yolk, you can and just use the egg whites. But all you really need is 1 egg for the blender. So now I'm going to blend it up. I'm going to take you to the stove, cook it, and we'll see how it comes out. Spraying the pan, heating it up, giving little spritz of olive oil, pouring the mix in, and then kind of just, I like to make 1 big pancake. Not fancy. I just like to top it with a lot of stuff, make it extra thick. So we'll let it sit and cook, and then we'll flip it over and go from there. Look at that, perfect pancake flip. But from there, we take it off, plate it, and now we've got a perfect banana oatmeal pancake. So I hope you guys all enjoyed my meal prep breakfast recipes, And if you really liked them, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will leave all my recipes, like I said, in the description. And please ask if you want more and what type of content you would like to see from me, because I really want to start creating more and get some more ideas out there. But other than that, stay cool, subscribe, and enjoy my recipes. Have a great day, guys. Bye.